Hey, what's up? Rod J here. What is going on, everybody? What is happening on this hump day, Wednesday evening? Happy Wednesday to you all out there. Decided to pop up here and do a live beer review. Was going to be on Beer Truck Show, but they're already full, so that's cool. I said, you know what? I'm going to jump over here and do a review on a beer that I actually wanted to do because I'm going to be finishing these off rather quickly. And this is going to be a look at the Sweetwater 420 strain Insane OG edition. And this is out of Sweetwater Brewing out of Georgia, just north of Atlanta. This one was done in collaboration with Be Real of Cypress Hill. So looking forward to sharing this one with you. Now, I have had this one before. I've had it at Beer Fest. One of the last videos, I was actually drinking one in there as well. So didn't really do a full breakdown on it, but kind of talked about it some. And thought I would get more into it with you guys here tonight for a bit. So this is a Mexican lager style that is hopped with their 420 strain. I believe like G13 or whatever they call it there. And they've actually got it down to be very reminiscent on the different beers they've actually had from this. What's going on, Tunis? I just got done putting up a TV, running around. I was like, I'm just going to throw on just a basic shirt that I could just be comfortable in. So that's what I decided to do. But if the guns are not permitted, well, I guess I'll have to citate me, give me a citation there for illegal guns and illegal activity. But this one comes in at an ABV of 5.6%, so not a heavy, big beer by any means. Now, just off the pour that I actually did into the glass here, I'm already picking up a lot of the resiny quality, the dankness about this one comes flying out of it really easily. So very aromatic. It is one of the hemp beers, of course, so you get that heavy dosage on the nose. On the bottle itself, doesn't really give any IBU, and they actually do put Atlanta, Georgia, but I thought for some reason they're just north of Atlanta. But anyway, it's probably like the Atlanta metro area. Mexican-style craft lager malt beverage with natural flavors. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest into here. And then we'll break it down. And cheers to Blake TV in the house. What is going on, brother? Cheers to you. Hopefully all is going well. I decided to throw up a video since Shug's already had enough people on his panel, so that freed me up. Plus, I was kind of tired from moving the new TV around and stuff, which I found out I didn't even need the TV, but that's a whole different story. Shipper, I've been camping for a while. As long as the shirt is clean, it's good with me, right? As long as it's clean. Which is a question. Like, I thought about putting this on a question the other night. Like, with everybody having to work from home, do you still shower every day? I think some people are skipping days. Hey, Jeannie, nice to see you. Cheers. Says hi to everybody as well. And Tina said LeBlake is on. I like that. Said Le Champion, LeBlakean. Cheers, Stephen and Jeannie. And then, hey, Mr. Blake for Jeannie as well. So you look at this one here. The head already has broken down. It was pretty much like a just off-white head. You already get some nice lacing there on the glass as well. You get that straw, golden, kind of palish type color. Good clarity. You can really see through somewhat to the other side, a little shadowy, but you have the ability to kind of make out like my fingers on the other side, or if you had something you were looking at through there, you would definitely pick it up. You get a good amount of streaming carbonation. So they get that a little higher up there for you so you can see the bubble action actually taking place. So this is what you usually expect when you see a Mexican lager. You kind of expect to see this, a nice, crisp, clean type beer. But again, big burst of that hemp coming out. Behind that hemp, I'm getting a little bit of that yeastiness that you usually get with a Mexican style type lager. So you still have that there. It's just secondary to the big aroma of the dankness. Big resiny quality to it. I mean, it just smells like someone's burning one, to tell you the truth. That's what it really smells like, taste-wise. Goes down real easy. Nice mouthfeel to it. Again, in the mouth, you're also picking up that dankish quality in the beer. You can really feel it in the cheek area. It's like a mouth burst of a hemp marijuana type feel. You really feel it soaking in the cheeks a little bit. A little bit of a pininess in there as well. But this is just like the style, a nice one if you were mowing the lawn, doing whatever, and you wanted a beer after you got done, or like tune us out camping, and you're like put everything up, and you're like you need a break. It's got that nice crisp cleanliness of a Mexican style lager. Sweetwater did a nice job with this one. Looks delicious, bro. Damn, I'm thirsty. LOL. Well, that can happen when you drink some beers. You can definitely become thirsty for sure. We got a coach in the house. Cheers. Says cheers on Beer Heaven. I made it. Yeah, this was a pop-up one. I was supposed to be on another show, but they're already taken care of. So I said, well, I'll just run a video because I've got 6 of these and the 6 aren't going to last that long. So I better do a video while I was thinking about it. Carbonation kicking in for sure in the chest. Cheers, coach. Looks amazing from up here. Yeah, it is from Beer Heaven. It is a nice beer. Now, I will say, if you're not a fan of hemp or kind of the heavily dank, resiny type beers, or the marijuana, the Mary Jane, you know what I'm talking about, then it might be too off-putting for you. When New Belgium came out with their beer, some people liked it, some people didn't. You do get that in here, although I will say I don't think you're going to carry that lingering feel like you did with the Hemperor from New Belgium. This one, the times I've had it, it wasn't like that next day where you're burping up hemp. So it's got a nice smoothness to it. Fist bump to blank. I'll be honest, I never drank marijuana. What does it taste like to drink it? Well, you really can't drink in a beer marijuana. Like, you can't make beer from marijuana because it is a cousin to hops, but it's different agents on how you break it down. That you wouldn't be able to use that for marijuana per se. You do have drinks now, though, with some of the THC being extracted, and like you're getting that, and some of the things like Lagunitas has one that they do where I think it's pretty much just a THC maybe mixed into the water they're using. Up in Canada, you have Miller getting involved where they're going to be releasing some things. You do have some of that stuff taking place. Now, I've had people make actually THC beers, so I guess you can't make it from marijuana directly, but you can extract the THC to actually get it into the beer as well. So in that way, I guess you could maybe say marijuana beer. Bong water. I wouldn't say bong water, though some may if they can't stand the smell of it. Now I like that, LOL. Now you do, huh? Yeah, there's different types for different folks. So there's all kinds of different beers that are out there. So you just never know if you may come across something you actually like. BDO's in the house. Whoop, whoop. How is everyone? Just making it through this hump day, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. Yes, sir. Coach, cheers, everyone. Cheers, BDO. And, well, good for you, Jeannie. Jeannie says she's been sober 8 years and 1 month. So good for you. I've got a couple of friends that have actually been doing that as well, that, you know, they've been sober for a good amount of time. And, it's all about the lifestyle you want or whatever. Of course, when you do have something like this, I always say moderation. Make sure you don't go over the level. As we had stuff here with the Corona, you know, I constantly say or tell people, you know, this is the worst time to maybe pour yourself in a bottle if you're doing it from depression or something. So just always make sure you know what you're doing. Keep in control if you can. Yes, sir, Coach. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, BDO. Tried dropping some buds into a mason jar for flavor. I thought the guy was never going to stop chasing me to get it back. There must have been some pretty good buds. He wanted them back. BDO never accidentally drank pong water. That tequila was tasty. I've actually got a chocolate coffee tequila that the people that have been watching know about. That's really tasty. I'll have that in some of my coffee, like on the weekend, and I just want to kick back and relax. And I don't think I've had the keys. I may have to check that out. We had some Patron last weekend. We did Patron mimosas for the weekend. So wife wanted some mimosa. We did orange juice with the champagne and splash of the Patron. Blake, did you ever send me your address? And congrats, Jeannie, as well, from Blake too. And he said, yes, sir. He did on Facebook. There you go. Life is well. Awesome. And digging the setup as you're doing the podcast and stuff, BDO. Make sure you check out BDO. If you guys are really big outdoorsmen, like I know Tunis was camping, BDO has all the stuff on his channel to run down a lot of that stuff that I know will be helpful. So you want to check him out if you like fishing, if you like those kind of things. BDO is the man for that. Hunting just breaks down a lot of good stuff. Oh, you're welcome, Jeannie. Thanks for sharing with that. I mean, that's not always an easy thing to do, I know, for people. And I appreciate you being here as we're talking about maybe beer. We talk about other stuff on the channel as well, but it is mainly a beer channel. So, congrats to your success. Oh, nice, Steven. Okay, Blake, I'll go find it. Hopefully by the end of the week, if I can remember. And you only drink when in a happy mood, never depressed or angry. Right. That's the thing. You can't let yourself get pulled into that, because that becomes, for some, at least, a never-ending hole that you just end up climbing into all the time. So, a lot of people are dealing with stuff right now that might not be working. Could be the worst time to actually pick up drinking or to kind of ratchet it up if you're dealing with that kind of depression and stuff. So, if you're having those kind of issues, I always say talk to someone so you can get it out of your system, maybe get some feedback on it. Just have someone to listen as you sound stuff out. So it helps you to take care of yourself. Back in the 90s, I loved the orange juice. Yeah. Back in the 90s, I drank stuff that I can't believe I drank at this point. We joke about the stuff we drank back then, but yeah, there was some of the stuff. It's kind of like, what was I thinking when I had that, right? Like, I can't believe I drank that. Oh, you're welcome, brother. You deserve a shout out. People deserve to check you out. Dude, you're blowing up. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're rocking the podcast out there. And if you're going to do some more stuff on the channel, I know you've been focused on the podcast. So I don't know if we haven't talked about it, but I didn't know if you were updating the channel with the stuff from the podcast or just kind of rolling with the podcast. I did a podcast here at one point. I don't know. I just feel like I'd rather be just doing it on YouTube, and then if I want a podcast, I can download it. But I guess I just like talking more just on video for whatever reason. Well, good video. It hasn't been easy until the last couple of years. It was pretty good until COVID hit. Yeah, and then it's a matter of putting your energies into something else, right? So you don't, I would think, end up in that situation again. Getting out there, whatever you can do. Some people put it in exercise. Some people do stuff like writing. They get into doing stuff like art or whatever, maybe reading, whatever it may be, just something to take that energy and redirect it, that you don't want to get into a trap that's caused you issues in the past. If you're depressed, watch the sunset. A sunset means that no matter how bad the day was, you were strong enough to make it through. That's good, Tunis. Yeah. And then, something I always find relaxing too, depending where you're at. And I think about Tunis out camping and stuff. But if you're out somewhere and they got like one of those streams with the rippling of the water, sometimes that can be relaxing, just sitting there listening to that. If you're near a beach, being out there, just kind of listening to the ocean and stuff like that. I was just finding a peaceful spot that works for you is the big thing. Sometimes it's just sitting out in the middle of anywhere in nature and just listening to the birds or whatever, and the different sounds that are taking place and kind of just taking it all in, kind of in a meditation type way. I'm trying to help my daughter quit. She's a binger. Yeah. And that's what you got to watch out for. So back in, when I went to college, I went to the number one party school, which is still one of the number one or top five, at least usually every year, which is West Virginia. And it was easy. It was one of those schools we learned early, like you can get into it, but it was very easy to fail out of because of all the partying and stuff. And so you had moments you did that, but you had to stop at a point. One, you were wrecking your body if you're doing it too much. But, two, you would just, sometimes when you get over that level of too much, it becomes a demotivator. So you're not able to go out and do stuff. So seeing a lot of the people that kind of took it to the next level sometimes, even though I've had my share of parties where we were crazy, you learn that after a period of time to not do that. And plus, then I bartended for a while and seeing some of the people that would get so hammered. And well, I should be feeling guilty there a little bit because I was the one serving as well. But at the same point, if they got too bad, we wouldn't keep serving them. But you just see people not knowing their limits sometimes. Seeing some of the fights and stuff at bars where people are over the limit on stuff, it's just crazy. So, yeah, moderation is always best. Even doctors will tell you, have a drink 1 or 2 a day. They say 1 or 2 a day, a male, 1 if you're a female. I don't know if that's sexist or how they came up with that. But anyway, having a moderation of drinks can actually be good. They talk about some of the wine, how it can actually help the heart. So it's all, a matter of making sure you keep yourself in check and you don't go over too much. No one likes to look at my mug. I think you do all right. You just got to get out there and, you just do what you do. I used to be in a radio as well. So, I don't know. It's just, it's more of a comfort thing. You would think because I used to be a radio DJ, the podcasting would actually be a little easier, which I guess it's just the same. You're still talking into a microphone. You're just projecting right on camera here versus being kind of in a room or a studio and just kind of projecting and talking out to a screen. It's a preference, I guess you can say. Purple Passion was good too, but they would sneak up on you. It was Everclear, but I always had it more. Yeah. Purple Passion did some damage on people for sure. I remember having some of that. Everclear was big. That was big when we had our parties and stuff in college. It was, Everclear and a punch, Everclear and the fruit, all kinds of stuff that Everclear was done to get the party going, so to speak. And at a point, you have to worry about that liver down the line as well. You only get one of those. You don't get two. If you had two of them, like the lungs or the kidneys, maybe you can go a little bit further, but you got to worry about even the kidneys. You have two, but some people can get those damaged as well. So let me see here. Yep, I got this one diamond paint. Well, there you go. See, something like that. You're pouring your energy into the painting and getting off the drinking and being able to focus on those lines. So that definitely works. Subswap say 44. I'm sure what that is. Are you talking about trying to get on? Now, just be careful putting the sub in there because then YouTube doesn't like if you're asking people to be subs and stuff like that, of course. But if you're doing the gaming vlogs, then hit me up on my gaming channel, which is Rajay Gaming, and then we can connect over there. Purple Passion always leads to projectile vomit. Only if you finish the whole bottle. See, Mad Dog 2020 was my go-to in the 90s a lot. Yeah, we did Mad Dog. We did the Wild Irish Rose. We did Thunderbird. You were young, so you were just looking for what you can get with the highest kick for the lowest amount. So Boone's Farm, and you would get hammered off of it. Sorry, Steven, never for me. Bartending for 12 years. Well, there you go. So you were right there bartending, and that's a tough scene too because you can easily fall into some of the drinking when you're doing a job like that. The last couple of years I was sober, LOL, until after work. Yeah. I may or may not have been banned from a bar or 6 when I was younger. It took a while, but I finally learned that no matter who wins the fight, it still hurts in the morning. That's true. I guess you can say technically there is no winner. You still both feel it the next day. So, hello, Steven. Cherry soaked in Everclear. Yeah. One of the big fruit that was in college that was used a lot was like watermelon. Putting the Everclear into that, and then people would cut the watermelon up. You could do stuff like orange slices. You would put them in a big thing and put the Everclear in, and then you would suck the oranges. There was all kinds of stuff being done with fruits back then. Love doing the live streams as much as the podcast, but the pre-recorded vlog style stuff is hard. I guess they're all like different nature type beasts or so to speak. I like the live streams more probably than doing the recorded stuff, just because I'm kind of an in the moment type person. And when you do the recorded stuff, which I will be doing the recorded stuff for my other channel I just started, just because I want to get some pieces together. At a point, I'll go to a live after that. But, when you go through live is just I like to be interactive with everybody. So that's what makes it fun to do the live. That's why we like the Beer Flow show on Thursday nights. I thought about that after watching like one of the Rich Eisen shows a few years ago about how they were kind of in their thing, basically doing a podcast, but they were on TV doing a podcast. And it was like three of them talking stuff, pulling stuff off the news, going through things. And that's why I kind of got that show kind of started more in like a type of format along those lines. But you know, you can record some good stuff. It just takes a little bit more time. I know some of the people that watch the channel do like the recorded videos when I do them. They're usually more short and concise because I'm not getting into the comments as much. You can kind of just focus in for a short period on those. So I will be bringing those back at some point here. This just got to get in there, and you got to edit a little bit more and cut some other stuff. So it's just finding the time for that. First is if you go live, you're just up and running with it. I told her finding a hobby was the only way I can get my mind off drinking, keep my hands and mind busy. Yeah, and that's what they used to always say back in the day, too. You know, when I was growing up, it's like, what, idle hands make something happen. I can't remember fully, but I know they didn't want you sitting around doing nothing because that would put you in a worse spot than anything. So, yeah, got to definitely be involved and out there doing other stuff. And then, you know, that keeps you away from things. It's kind of like, I mentioned earlier, today I got a TV. Monday night, I was doing some stuff. I thought my TV went out. It ended up being, by the way, the TV wasn't out. It was a bad HDMI cable, but it looked like the TV was out. I went to replace the new TV and saw that the cord had tore. So anyway, I bought a TV I didn't really need to buy, but I got a good deal on it, so I'm not hating on it. And put that TV in the other room and put the new TV in this room. And so that was actually something I was doing a little bit earlier, and I kind of lost my train of thought on where I was going with it. But anyway, at that point, I just wanted to kind of kick back and enjoy some beer. So and that's the problem with live. You do tend to ramble as well, but it is what it is. In the 90s, I was slamming that Yoo-hoo. Yeah. I would have Yoo-hoo in the 90s, but it might be spiked. My net is terrible tonight, LOL. Blake's still going through the internet issues as well. Fell to the bottom of the well when bartending, LOL. Well, you're in a hot spot for something like that. And when it's accessible, and a lot of bars, depending where you're at, they'll let you go ahead and drink while you're there, depending. And you know, and at the end of the shift, you know, you're drinking some more, and you can definitely end up if you don't put any like type of guardrails or protection out there for you. Yeah, jungle juice is what they used to call it back in the day as well, for sure. And they would line out trash cans and fill them up with Everclear and stuff. Cheers, Jeremy in the house. What is going on, my friend? Good to see you, brother. Make sure you guys check out Jeremy as well. He actually plays with Blake in the band, but Jeremy does some great stuff in this video. The man jams like on the guitar like nobody else. I mean, he really gets down. So check him out. Yeah, orange slices and Everclear are good. Lime slices too. Yeah. Could you do a lime slice with Everclear and then do a tequila shot behind it? That would probably get you pretty ripped up. Blake's neighbor is changing the password on him again. LOL. Sorry, Blake had to say it, right? Wouldn't that be funny if Blake went next door, knocked on the door, like, why y'all keep messing with the internet? By the way, the mic levels are on point tonight. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I've actually, I screwed around a little bit more with it. And again, for those of you who don't know, this is a new mic I just got, I guess, towards the end of last week or whatever, maybe the weekend, whatever it was. And I'm dealing with the voice meter. So I went through, checked some stuff, did some mic checks, did some other things with it. Level out what I went with the mic with the equalizer and then with some of the little music in the background. So I'm glad it sounds good coming through. Actually picked up the mic cover, which is on top now. That came today. And then Monday, I've got the boom arm coming, which will be nice so I can actually get that off to the side or so. If you guys check out the Eclectic beer, that's what he's actually working with right now. So looking forward to that part getting here. And then I think for a while, I may be good. We'll see. We call it swamp juice or highway lemonade. Yeah. Should be called getting you into trouble, maybe. Idle hands are the devil. That's what it was. Idle hands are the devil's playground. So. I don't hear the devil's instruments. I guess we all went to church at some point back in the day. Boredom led to my drinking. That's another bad thing they can get you into, is like drinking or eating out of boredom. It's just like nothing ever comes out good there. You need to go ahead and put those energies in other things, you know. I can see how it happens for people, though. I can definitely see that. LOL Steven. Cheers, Jay. Oh, we got Eclectic in the house. Cheers, homie. What is going on? I'm just talking about you there. So Eclectic Beards in the house. Make sure you check out his channel as well. He actually has various channels. His Eclectic Beard Reactions. He does reactions to a lot of the videos, music videos, a lot of UK stuff he's been doing reactions to, and actually becoming real popular in the UK from his music reactions. And he has the Eclectic Beard, which is more mainline kind of tech stuff, you know, electric trucks, Tesla. And I think he did a motorcycle one earlier, so got to actually check that out still. And he also has an Eclectic Beard Gaming, where we actually both game, usually Modern Warfare together and stuff like that. But some great stuff that he's actually putting down as well. And then bottom dollars is J Dog. Erie, what is going on? Cheers to you. Man, you are way late, girl. You are way late. As Blake says, Erie, you're late. Don't worry, Erie. You're still #1 fan, girl. Hello, cheers, Erie, and cheers, EB. And then let's see here. I am LOL. Long day and ended with a $60 fish. A $60 fish? Like you went fishing? What's the $60 fish for? Oh, thank you, BDO. Cheers, brother. Appreciate that. Thank you for dropping that. It's 2020. I'm on a live stream. I don't know about that, though. That's something we left to Shannon last time on the Beer Flow show. And she actually did Mad Dog when we did the malt liquors, and she quickly regretted it. She didn't know why she did that back in the day because of how it tasted at this point. So, yeah. Crochet said, what up to everybody? Blake, BDO, Tunis, Jeannie, and Jeremy as well. Blake says, nice. Oh, we got... I call her Jeezy, but it is Jezzy. Only I can call her Jeezy, though. Cheers. Good to see you, girl. Hopefully you are doing good tonight, my friend. Hopefully all is well. Sooner or later, I'm going to catch your stream and be on it, but your stream the other night when I was watching, that was some bugged out shit. I don't know who that guy was in your stream, but, man, he was getting slammed by, like, everybody. But it seemed like he brought it on himself. So I didn't see what all led to it, but it was some funny shit as I was laying there in the bed. Right, I sent you a pic. Got 5th on Warzone solos earlier. Nice. That's pretty decent. That is really decent. Are you playing? Are you gonna be playing here in a bit? I'm thinking about jumping on after the stream here tonight. Erie says he lies. Right, he did not. And there is Erie with the comeback. Yeah, Blake says Jezzy. Eclectic effing beard in the house. Jezzy Lavin says hello, my bearded beauties. And cheers, Jezzy, as well from Eclectic. A fish that walks like $2 costs $60 after all was said and done with tank, pebbles, and decker. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So you guys bought a fish tank and all the stuff to put into it, and you got the one fish in there. Yeah. You guys are really like getting, well, you mean you're getting other pets there, but a fish, you're not really going anywhere. Fish is limited where the fish can go. But what kind of fish did you get, by the way? I remember as a kid, one of our neighbors had an Oscar, and they'd always say, don't put your finger in that fish tank, he'll bite it. So never did, but if you put anything in a tank, those fish will come at it to try to attack it. So Mad Dog sounds good. No, Mad Dog does not sound kind of good right now. Mad Dog never sounds good at this point. No, like my kid with the dang fish, only place that sells them is PetSmart. And the sales lady, she had to be working on commission like I've never owned a fish. Yeah, our PetSmart here closed actually, and that was like a Chipotle or something. Well, was it PetSmart or Pet something else? Whatever pet store it was, they did close. I don't see a lot of PetSmarts around here now, though. We just had one of our chain brewery restaurants, Rock Bottom. They just closed their doors in Cincinnati for good, they said, after the Corona stuff. But they were already struggling. It's like they already have business going down. But we are seeing some other businesses start to look at possibly closing. We all need to play Edward 40 Hands live. That actually sounds pretty funny. I just don't know at this age if I can handle Edward 40 Hands. It does sound like an interesting stream, though. I do want to get one of the 1 liter boots, though, and do the boot challenge for Beer Chug's channel, where he times how long it takes to chug a liter of beer. LMAO, hashtag reckless. People always bring it. Yeah, it seemed like he did bring it on himself, but it was like, dude, like at a point, like you just got to quit. You got to cut your ties. You just got to stop and let it go. He was like locked in and trying to keep defending himself. Like, dude, you're just digging deeper and deeper in the hole. Just forget about it. It's already done. You've already got knocked down. Just stay down. As they said in Rocky, throw the damn towel. Well, Erie wins. Good night, everyone. LMAR. Erie always wins. We know that about Erie. Dude, I'm watching, taking a break. Shit, I took a screenshot. 5th place, 6 kills against 150 people. The heck with what she says. We have a damn life cycle of animals. You have a lot of animals, yeah. And sooner or later, you're going to get that llama. Bamboo in the house. What is going on, my friend? How is life out in the big San Fran? Cheers to Rob, Blake, Allen, Shezzy, Erie, bottom dollar. She got a beta or something like that. Something that won't grow big enough to eat. Well, that's a small fish, yeah. Why do they call so? I mean, if you got a small fish like that, why don't you just get the old little fish bowl and just put the little rocks in there? Seems like you guys got a pretty nice aquarium. Imagine tournament fishing. Yeah. I actually have a fishing game on PlayStation I play once in a while. That's actually kind of relaxing too. If I just want to chill out, I just do that. And that's not the same as being actually fishing, but if you talked about ways to kind of relax and clear your mind, it is a game that you can do that there. Cheers to Bamboo and cheers to Bamboo. Bamboo, cheers, bro. And make sure you guys check out Bamboo's channel. Bamboo's been rocking it. He does his history of the day every day. He's dropping a little bit of tidbit out there about what happened on that day. So check him out. A damn beta, and that's because we talked about a goldfish. I mean, not driving an hour out of the way for a 20-cent fish. Hey, Bamboo, hope all is well. That, yeah. True. That's the best thing, to test our age of livers and bladders against our earlier lives. Is it though? You got to be prepared for anything in my streams. Yeah, I see that, It's like, but it was just like, you would think with people at some point, although we know it doesn't always happen because we've seen enough crazy shit in society, you would think at some point logic would kick in, but it was not kicking in for him. So that was just kind of interesting. Going okay, Rod? Hope as well with you and everyone here. Yeah, it's going well. No things here. I mean, just kind of waiting to see what they open up gradually through these type of things. But pretty much everything's been pretty much chill around this area. I would say that they're opening up some stuff like hair places, nail salons, few restaurants like a 25% capacity. So they're trying to do some stuff, but I don't know. It's like a couple of the guys were asking about what brewery looking at going to once things reopen. I've always drank more when I was here at the house. So I can do like the videos or do reviews or write on the blog or whatever I was going to do. So I didn't really go to breweries as much before. I like going to breweries, don't get me wrong. And I've met some great people there and shot some great video there. But most of the time I like to just chill in my own domain. So I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know what I would change going forward when all this stuff lets up a little bit. I mean, Will it be the same? Will it be less? Like I said, I didn't go as much before. Restaurants, go there once in a while, but it wasn't as much, We used to go out all the time, like 3 or 4 times a week, but that can get expensive for you too. But that's because we had the no kids fund. No kids, you have a lot more money to be disposed of. Yeah. Oh, because the lady said it wouldn't live long enough, though my first one lasted 4 years. Huh. Well, goldfish, I thought could last for a bit. I mean, unless you're at a frat party and people eat them. I used to love those fishing games when PS1 came out. Yeah, it's, I can't remember which one it is. It's on the PS4 that I have, but you're actually out in the woods and you're just casting away. You're going against other people. It's like a fishing tournament. But it's relaxing. You get the sounds of like you were outside. You're hearing the birds. You're hearing like some spots like not mosquitoes, but like, I don't know, insects, whatever it may be. You're getting all kind of like a wildlife, like you were actually out there fishing, bees and all kinds of stuff. So 3.5 gallon tank, because apparently needs something bigger for the health of the fish. A fish, mind you, that will wind up being flushed in 2 or 3 years. It's going to belly up. The fish goes to the water farm. Yeah. Told you she was good at her job. Almost wished for shit service. She's probably happy to see somebody finally, with everything being closed. Jesse PS1 had the best fishing games. She was too good at her job of selling. Yeah. Well, being in sales, it is a skill and an art. For reals, I love those old school games. Yeah, the funny thing is, talking about PS1, actually, I've got the PS3. I had the PS1 when it came out years ago. I don't have it anymore, of course, but I moved the other TV that wasn't broken to actually our bedroom because we had an older TV in there. That TV I'm moving to somewhere else. I don't know. I'm going to probably end up calling, what's the 1-800 junk or something, or give it to Goodwill or whatever, like a couple of the TVs we got around the house. But I took the PS3 and put it in the other room. So in the main room, we don't really keep a TV in the bedroom. There was no cable connection, but then I thought I took the PS3 and put it in, and it has the wireless ability on it. So I cut on the Wi-Fi. So now at least I can watch YouTube, or I can put my Google Chromecast in there and get stuff to watch Netflix, all that kind of stuff on that one. So it actually did work out for that other TV. The 2 issues I had with the 2 TVs, though, is the one spot I put that TV in doesn't really fit the space. It was too big for me having a shelf because it was in an armoire, so I had to take the shelf out and put it in. And then the new TV is actually bigger than it needs to be on the TV stand over here. So I have to get a bigger stand at some point, but I have it propped where it's actually nice and it wedged in where it can like lean back a little bit. So lean back. But I didn't think about that before in the measurements. I've already pissed twice since I typed that comment about testing our bladders and livers. Little bladder, small bladder there, BDO. Or maybe you just drank more. Maybe you drank more than we've been drinking. Since more is reopening, they are doing my dad's second surgery tomorrow. Oh, well, good luck with your dad's surgery there. Definitely in the thoughts for sure. And hopefully everything goes smoothly. Yeah, we actually had our dentist office. They reopened on Monday. They sent a card there like a few weeks ago I'm supposed to go back in for a checkup, but I'm going to kind of wait. It's like, I don't need anything right now. So it's going to be a checkup. There's no need to rush into it. And then like a card from like my, allergist type doctor that, again, I'm doing fine. So why go in if I don't need to? Although they want you to come in because they want that copay. They need that copay, right? So we'll see what happens down the line, but I'm kind of just waiting to see. And we've given a little bit more time. Big thing right now, I need to find out if we're going to still try to go to New Jersey in August. Some of the flights, I'm probably gonna end up driving, which isn't a bad drive. It's like 11 hours or something, and we may just drive up, stay in Pittsburgh for a night, and then drive over afterwards, which is fine. But I'm not sure if I'm ready to get on the plane. I don't know what you guys are feeling. Are you guys ready to get on the plane at this point and fly with all the Corona stuff? I just had one of my people I work with, their spouse just flew out to Oklahoma, and she said it was about like 15 people on the plane. So they were spread out, but I just saw a report, like one of the NBC guys on the medical team said they came back on the plane. He ended up picking up Corona, And he said he thought it was when he was on a booked flight like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they were all jammed into one. So I don't know. And it's just, I guess it's just a roll of the dice at this point. Licka. And well, that would be some shit if you sneeze while doing your dental checkup. Well, he has a mask on, so he does have a mask on. And I would definitely recommend all dentists to have a mask on. If your dentist doesn't have a mask on, I would ask why he doesn't have a mask there. So, because of all the stuff splattered and everything like that. So they've always worn a mask for the most part. But that would suck if he did sneeze there. That wouldn't be good. I'm ready to travel or do something since our trip is not happening. Maybe family visits for the summer. Are you willing to fly though, Erie? Or are you thinking you're going to be more driving if you go anywhere type situation? Which my wife has always wanted us to rent like an RV and do something like drive out to, I don't know, Yellowstone or something like that. Which I don't know if I really want to drive like something big like a RV, but if you're willing to do something like that, this will be the year. Of course, Yellowstone is still closed, I think, right now, but as they reopen some of the parks, could be a nice thing to do. Well, that trip would have been my first. Oh, you never flown before? Wow. Well, okay, that would have been your first flight. Yeah, you'd have been more nervous now if you go, I guess, than if you'd have went then, maybe, depending. Flying isn't too bad though, and I would have needed some drinks first. Yeah, and that's what the bars at the airport are for. So, yeah, we went to Jamaica last year. We flew out at like 7:30 or whatever. So we got to the airport and threw everything about 6:30. So I'm going over here and get me like a screwdriver or whatever. And I was like, it's like 6:30 in the morning. It's like 5 o'clock somewhere, and if the bar is open, which it is, I'm going in. So she won't drink when she flies. She's too nervous about it. I'm like, it's not like you're flying. You're not flying the plane. You're just riding, so you might as well drink. Yeah, there's not nothing to it for the most part. It's kind of like the only parts that bother me some are the takeoff, just because when everything is shifting gear wise, you feel that in the plane. And then once you're up there, you're pretty much good to go. If you run into turbulence, that's where it gets a little crazy. But most of the time, flying itself is rather easy. Safer than going into the ocean with sharks. True. Got a better chance of being bit by one of those or struck by lightning. Yep, that's the numbers. That's how the numbers play out. If you want to go to Yellowstone, check out the YouTube video, Hank Patterson's Guide to Yellowstone. Well, there you go. Yellowstone is definitely on my bucket list to try to go at some point. I would rather go while I'm rather younger rather than older, because you would like to get out there and walk and all that kind of stuff, though. Not an ocean type person either, but you live in South Carolina. How are you not an ocean person? You got the ocean right there. Turbulence sucks, but unless you're in a prop job, you're a good job. You're good. Yeah, but I've been on some jets where they'll drop like 20 or 30 feet sometimes. Like you'll feel them drop from turbulence, and they'll be like seatbelts on, everybody sit back in. Like I've been on flights where they stop the drink service and everything like that because it's too rough. So you're just all strapped in, then you're tense, then you can't get a drink. So your tension just keeps rising. But when you're in that point, what you have to do is just look at the flight attendants. Make sure they're in good shape. If they're nervous, then you know shit's going on. If they're comfortable, you know you're good to go. My luck, I go to Yellowstone and super volcano underneath on the road. That would be some bad luck. I thought you were going to go for maybe a grizzly bear attack like that, but you said the volcano would erupt. I like to see the ocean. Don't like to swim in it. Yeah, I like to go into the ocean. It's kind of weird. What oceans you can go into sometimes, though. Like I grew up in New Jersey, so we went to the shore all the time. So we went into the Atlantic Ocean, and it wasn't really too bad. You always had to worry about stepping on a jellyfish or something like that and everything. But when we went to the Dominican Republic, it was interesting because the fish, I guess, were used to people. So you would have some of these fish that would come up to where you were at, and I guess people maybe were feeding them something like that. They were just so used to being around people. So that was kind of freaky at first. So for the first few days, that kind of freaked me out, but then it kind of just settled in. It was no big deal. No, it's imperative that you watch that video. Okay. Myrtle Beach is the Jersey Shore of on meth. I don't know if I can handle a Pauly D on meth. I would rather a pool was clean, no piss, floating bodies, dead fish, poop, crap like that. I'm not always sure on the piss. There are some people that will piss in the pool, so you can't always know what is actually taking place there. And not all are always clean as much as they should be. I'm just saying. With the Orange Beach in Alabama, and everyone was getting stung by jellyfish. Yeah, that was always my one fear, was like getting stung by jellyfish. I didn't really think about like anything like a shark attack, although a lot of shark attacks happen like in 4 feet of water, by the way. If you didn't know that, that's common from the times when people are attacked by sharks. But it's more questionable stuff. Like with the sharks, they're usually just seeing what's taking place for things they're not used to maybe seeing. With the water becoming warmer in areas, more of the sharks have kind of come up a little bit more. So you have to be careful, especially off the Carolina coast. I know there's been some sightings there. You said true BDO. And yep, and I have reactions to those. So no more Mobile Bay, Gulf of Mexico for me that day. Ever watch Myrtle Manor? I've never heard of Myrtle Manor. Is this going to be like some Tiger King thing, but at the beach? Which I'm still refusing to watch Tiger King right now as well. I'm not going to watch Tiger King. It's not. Can I say it's not going to happen? I'm pretty much sure it's not going to happen. So. But for those of you that watch Tiger King, it seems like some of you enjoyed it. Some of you just thought it was some crazy ass shit. But is Myrtle Manor something about like a haunted house or something? When I see Manor, I think of like this big house where stuff may take place. R. Kelly's greatest fantasy, a whole bunch of full of people stung by jellyfish. Whole beach full of people. No trailer park in Myrtle Beach. It was canceled. Oh, it was a trailer park thing. It got canceled. Wow. It's trash people from Horry County, pretty much. Yeah. I don't know if those shows really serve any purpose though as much. I feel like some of those shows can be just making fun of people rather than offering anything of entertainment type value. But some people are entertained by that kind of stuff. Huge trailer park in Myrtle Beach. Now, Myrtle Beach, I just figured, I mean, obviously you can have trailer parks anywhere, but I just figured Myrtle Beach would be more zoned against having trailer parks there. So figured how much they probably got pretty good dollars coming through that city. I will say when I went to Charleston years ago, that was one of the prettier cities I've actually seen. Charleston, very nice architecture from the time that town was established, some of the old churches and houses. When I was in New Orleans, down in the Garden District, houses and stuff like that as well. Just impeccable, like how they're built. It's funny because you see that architecture of houses built like back in 1800s or whatever, and how much they last better now than stuff that's built new still. It's just like, it's crazy. Let me see here. It's nice if you go the right time of year. Yeah. It's pretty, but the traffic makes it horrible, and I hate going there. I didn't have any trouble with traffic when I was there, but again, this was years ago when I was actually there. Absolutely nothing classy in Myrtle Beach, Charleston, yes. Yeah, and I did like a swing down the coastal beach. So I had North Carolina and South Carolina, and one of my weeks when I was going to visit people I was working with, I started in Wilmington, North Carolina, and just went all the way down the coast and hit like all the cities there on North Carolina and South Carolina coast that I can get to. Pretty much just came up just short of Savannah by the time I was said and done. But just some great towns and stuff, some of the coastal areas. The battery is beautiful if the millions of people would move out of the way. if they would move out of the way. People have a habit of getting in the way a lot of the time. But yeah, so what is that, 10:07 right now? So I think right now I'm going to actually jump off and I'm going to try to get in. I know, Alan, you're taking a break, but I'm going to get into a little Call of Duty on the gaming channel. So I haven't played that in a few days since my TV was out since Monday. I'm going to see what it looks like on the new TV here, which is definitely bigger. I went from a 32-inch to a 39-inch. So I guess the ladies had it right where inches do make the difference. It's kind of freaking a nice size here in my office now. So go off to Myrtle Beach off season. It's prettier, less trash. Later, but good night. Yeah, you too, brother. And I got to put my spawn down. Yeah, the kids need to get some rest. Yeah, I saw Alan posted a thing earlier, and it would surprise me if there's going to be homeschooling in the fall again before they can get them back into the school. Some of the colleges already say no fall classes as well. That's what she said, right? And then later as well. But thanks for everybody that tuned in. This was something that just popped up. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get that talk out earlier in the beer at the beginning. So anybody that, if you're just tuning in right now, in the first 10 minutes or so, you can see the beer part of it. But after that, like we usually do, we have a chat and just kind of kick back and relax and chill. Tomorrow is Thursday, so that means 9:15. Tomorrow will be the Beer Flow show. So we'll be kicking that off and getting some different things around beer and wherever else we end up. Chances are we didn't have Shannon last week, so Shannon will probably be here tomorrow for that show as well. So it can go anywhere when Shannon's on board. Thanks for swinging by, everyone. Look forward to talking to you soon. And thanks for all you guys that already started subbing to the other channel. So this weekend, I'll be putting together probably the first story for that. And that's Rajay Hip Hop Chronicles. Going to get back into one of my other loves and kind of more or less be a narration on things from growing up that I loved around hip hop, things how they came out, things that were motivated for me, things that I saw as being like a DJ or interviewed some of the artists and went to some of the different things, some of the things I wrote about back in the day. Kind of just give a little bit narration, more so of the origins and the coming up of it. But at some point, we'll get to the current stuff, I'm sure. But it's kind of just giving more of the stories that may not be told out there that people don't know about. So interested to see how that channel actually goes. Cheers to you as well, Jazzy. Make sure you guys check out Jazzy Too Much. She has great entertaining streams over there on her channel. Always a blast. Get over there, check her out. Eclectic said he's waiting on me because it is happy hour right now on Call of Duty for us. That being said, I look forward to catching up with you guys. Come back tomorrow night, 9:15, Beer Flow show. It'll be fun. If you bring something to drink, let us know so we can talk about that as well. That being said, I will see you then. Cheers. Have a great night. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.